This is the Rickenbacker 330, obviously 12-string guitar, iconic looking, played by bands such as the Beatles and the Byrds, later on by some other bands like REM and the Jam. This is Everything Guitar. The Rickenbacker 330 is part of Rickenbacker's 300 series of guitars. We first saw them in 1958, and they were called the Capri series at the time. And it's a great design. You've got the upper pegs here that you can see, and then you can see the other pair sticking out in a different direction. So rather than having all the pegs in a row and then you having to, guess which one's which, like you do on a regular 12-string guitar, these are separated. So the ones that you see sticking out over the top here, these are the upper pair. So the regular, for me, the regular E, the regular A, and the regular D are all operated by these three. And then the octave strings are operated by the pegs that are sticking out here. So you can get to those easily, which are the lower of the two pairs, the octave E, the octave A, the octave D. And the same for this pair as well. So it's a good design, and I think George Harrison once said that you could tune a 12-string guitar up even when you're drunk. It's got an R-shaped trapeze tailpiece. The weight is 3.6 kilograms, which is 8 pounds. Now, the modern 330s are equipped with Rickenbacker's high-gain single-core pickups. The pre-1970s models came with the original Toaster pickups. So the character of sound has changed over the years. It used to be much more jangly and lighter, and it's a little bit heavier now. And the dual Truss Rod. And one of the innovative features is the double-action Truss Rod. So you can cure not only your regular neck bow, your neck relief, you can also, if there's a slight twist in the neck, you can cure that. So it's a really good design to have in these. They've really, they've thought about that anyway, and because of course one of your worries is when the neck's twisted, you've got an expensive repair job, whereas with the double action truss rod, that can solve, some of those issues that would be a massive worry. So another great feature there. The neck is 3-ply maple and walnut. Said to be a shallow headstock angle. A rosewood fretboard. And it is finished with what they call clear conversion varnish. So we've got a mono output on this one. Unlike the 360s, which have a stereo output, you've got two outputs on those. I kind of prefer the mono output anyway. I don't think I'd ever use that stereo configuration. The other thing you notice is a little extra control here. That, when you use this in the middle position, you've got a blend control, so you can bias either the front or the rear pickup. That's quite nice. That saves you having to adjust the volume, because obviously if you want to say less front pickup here and more rear pickup and you adjust the volume, as soon as you go to this pickup, it will now have less volume. So the bias control helps you to keep the volumes at full blast and just bias it that way. The neck joint is set. The body is maple. There's 24 frets. Now originally it was 21 until 1970, but the later models, one of the ways of telling whether it's an old or a newer one, is that it's got 24 frets on the post-1970 models. The scale length, 62.9 centimetres, 24 3/4 inches. The neck width at the nut is 41.4 millimetres, which is 1.63 inches. The net width at the 12th fret is 49.05 millimeters, which is 1.931 inches. The fretboard radius is 10 inches, 25.4 centimeters. The fretboard has got perloid dot inlays. You'll notice there's a piece of rubber under the pickups. This just keeps the pickup nice and stable. It's got a nice little touch. Just, you know, basically stops the pickup rattling against the body. You notice here I've got a piece of foam, because when you've got strings like this, you know, they tend to ring on, so I'd shove a piece of foam in there and keep that under control. That just stops you getting annoyed, you know, when you're trying to play and stop a chord or something. So if this video has helped you, then why not subscribe? And why not check out some of our other videos? And there are 2 here to check out for you now. And you know the saying, those that can, do. And I should leave out the other bit that says, those that can't talk about it. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better guitarist by subscribing to the channel. All the best. Hasta luego.